is the lower limit. They've hit the down limit of 2,819, which means that trading has in fact halted. So this is just remarkable. I mean, the selling has been picking up pretty much across the board in just the last 90 minutes or so. And we've been seeing that in the U.S. futures as well. Now with the Dow Jones as well, with an implied open of 1,303 points to the downside. The Nasdaq there with 435 points to the downside, as S&P 500 futures have been halted limit down. Does this build the case even more for the Fed stepping in here?
Well, I think the risk of, again, another set of coordinated central bank action or the Fed being fairly aggressive, has increased. The question goes back to, if they did 50 basis point cut even before March 18th, is that really going to help markets at this point? And that's, a debatable question.
Then what would help markets, Jason? What would you do?
Well, I think, there's two things that can help markets at this point. One, the news flow on the coronavirus needs to start to improve. That would be the big one. Or central banks came out with much more aggressive policy. And that could be the Fed, more along the lines of quantitative easing, or it could be something more aggressive from China, which has actually gone pretty slow on policy stimulus at this point. And we saw when oil prices fell a lot in 2015, when the global cycle was weak at that point, that China stepped in with big infrastructure stimulus, and that helped turn around the global cycle. So we need to have a lot more policy stimulus before the global cycle turns around, and it just doesn't seem like we're there yet.
All right, Jason, great to have you on the show. Thank you so much for joining us and weighing in on these moves that are changing by the minute here. That is Jason Dawn from Societe Generale. Mandy.
Yeah, coming up, Nance, oil plunging after Saudi Arabia engages in an all-out battle with Russia, taking a knife to prices for its customers. But will the aggressive move work? We'll discuss that in just a second, as NYMEX is down by 25%, Brent down by about the same amount. We're sitting just above the 30 mark for NYMEX. Will it go to 20? That's the question.